Okay. Alright, my man hasn't seen himself in front of the camera for so long. Check it, okay? Be satisfied with your accomplishments, motherfucker. You know where you were this time last year, fat cunt. It's been a long time. I've purposely not posted since that day I said I was going to post. Was it Call of Duty 4, some series that I didn't want to do, someone else told me to do, because for the sake of uploading a video on my channel, for the sake of just keeping it active, but for the fact that I just kept forcing myself to make videos I don't want to make. But woo! Motherfucker shit! Protein, motherfucker, protein! A lot has changed, people, from this time last year. So much has happened to myself. Choices, self-examination, evaluation, life, all sorts of experiments that I've done on myself just to figure out who I am, testing out my willpower. Also, I'll talk about all of this in the video, going into depth. I love going deep. Done it before, it was painful as fuck, and it's done now, can't go back, but it's all for the experience, okay? You learn from your mistakes, your past. My past is one of my biggest motivations. I'm gonna talk about it today. As you guys know, I left off on this channel since my transformation. Let's say during that period before I did my whole transformation, my workout for 2 months straight, where I dedicated my entire life and just focusing on my health, trying to become fit, toned up, skinny, whatever you want to call it, lose weight. Why can't I make shit concise, man? Fuck's sakes. Yeah, that phase, I was very depressed, you know. I was mentally fatigued. You know, when GTA 5 came out, I dedicated my entire life to that game, so I had no outside lifestyle, social life, none of that. If I was to ever go outside, I'd probably get fucked up in my face, completely black out, no idea what I would have done. Come back home, lungs were fucked up throughout that phase. THC consumption was very high. I was very lazy. I was unproductive, but at the same time I managed to still play GTA, which is kind of sort of ironic. But anywho, in terms of competitive racing, that is, you know, like that definitely did affect my competitive racing. If you guys find any form of sexual conversation of any sort of topic, of any sort of genitals uncomfortable, or pubic hair on your face, then feel free to not watch this video, please. Let's fucking strip, boy! Boy, if you don't shut the Hey guys, shut your hair right here, yeah, you know, whatever the thing I made up 6 years ago to actually represent myself on YouTube channel, which I did not even make, my brother did, and I for some reason had to be stuck with his name and had to improvise throughout the entire time. I don't even know my actual name, I forgot. Where you been, man? Why you been on and off? Why you like a switch? Like my ex just disappears, loses feeling without a reason. Jesus, give me some closure, please, man. Now, okay, let's start from scratch here. So, I've gone through a lot over the past year or so. I've sort of I'm gonna try and be concise as much as I can. You know how much I can waffle, man. That could relate to my coursework as well. I can waffle so much, I go over the word count limit and I have to cut down so much. That's where most of my time is spent on my coursework, to cutting words down. But yeah, college is going great, by the way. I've got offer from Birmingham, Coventry, or other universities, but for now I'm looking into going to Birms with the offer as firm choice, and then Coventry as backup. Yeah, that's great. 100% attendance so far as well. I'm still yet to get ill. I don't want to jinx myself. So yeah, my health and immune system, all of that is freaking spot on. Yeah, this is it's a turnaround from my past in terms of my education, so I'm trying to stick to it. A couple months left, and this is probably the hardest phase of college right now with the workload. But I'm not phased one bit right now. I'm calm. I'm Gucci shit, man. What do you guys think of the beard? I've been growing it for about 6 months now, the longest I've actually grown it, and it's really comfortable. I quite like it. I'm gonna keep growing it. Okay, so right after my transformation, if you guys remember, like 7 months ago, I posted a video. For 2 months straight, I did a hardcore extreme workout routine where I lost about 10 kilograms of weight. During that period, I don't think I told you guys this, but I was talking to someone as well. You know, I was in the process of getting into a relationship. As I was doing that, you know, I guess that was a bonus in terms of motivation, but that wasn't the actual point of me working out. It was mainly because I wanted to improve myself, because during that phase I was very depressed, mentally fatigued, and as you know, before that GTA 5, I freaking devoted my entire life for those few years where I had no social life and none of that, just focusing on making videos, which was great, you know. It was creating content that you guys wanted to see. I freaking enjoyed that period, the community, all of that good stuff. It was good banter, seriousness and rules and all that good old memories still there. Every single point of every single incident, every single top 5, everything's still somewhere coded in that head of mine. So yeah, during that transformation of 2 months, you know, this is kind of irony in the sense that I was always against meeting people on social media in terms of like females and getting to know them and meeting them in real life. Like I never really found that to be normal. Like a couple years ago, I've always wanted to meet someone up front and get to know them first and then get into a relationship that way if that was going to be the case. But nah, I completely went against my word. I even got a video of myself recording, you know, where I said like you should never go out with someone on social media. But hey, this is just me being a dickhead. Like, I waffle a lot, right? I just chat about shit sometimes. But in the heat of the moment, there was a girl that I really liked, and I was following this girl on Instagram for a few years, and it was through mutual friends. Like, you just know them, right? And you're like, shit, let me start talking to this person. What do you know? I DM'd this person, started talking for a whole month straight, got all excited, pretty much wrote like multiple dissertations worth of text messages in a month, and damn, it's flowing, everything clicking, is great. A month straight, you know, I'm working out, losing weight, I am happy as fuck. Or was I really happy? I don't even know. Where was my happiness actually coming from? This all starts kicking a few months later when I get to that point in a sec, right? So here we are, man, you know, 6 months down the line, not really posting much. I'm 6 months into the relationship. Shit, man, holy crap. So 2 months in, as you know, I was 2 months into the transformation. When I completed it, I was 69 kg. That's like the beginning phase of the relationship. I'm happy as fuck, content as fuck. You know, still working out a little bit, but slowly falling off a bit, you know, as I was getting more deep into the relationship. And once I fully got deep and let it loose, shit, man, it got to the point where I just fully completely fell off. Like, but then at the same time, anxiety kicks in at this phase where I'm like, shit, I'm in a relationship and it's proper serious right now. What am I doing with my life? Like, I'm just doing fuck all right now. Like, oh crap, I ain't got nothing for the future. How am I gonna look after this person? All of this stuff started kicking in. I'm sitting there playing games at the age of 20, 21. Fair enough, I'm making money, but it's gonna be ideal 10 years down the line. So I'm like, shit, man, let me go into college. Let me get some qualifications. Let me go to university, get a degree, and hopefully, you know, progress from there. We'll see. If that doesn't work, I'll go into apprenticeship. So all these thoughts coming into my head, I'm like, calm. 5 months down the relationship, still going good, still going great, no problems, no arguments. You know, pretty much secured a relationship 1 month after talking to this person in a DM. I'm like, okay, wait, this, everything just seems so rushed, man. You know, 6 months in, I did so much with this person, got so attached, emotionally, like possessive, just really just like, whoa, I just completely devoted my entire sort of everything to this person, right? And I'm thinking, shit, this is scary, man, because like I had a gut feeling something bad was gonna happen, and it did, and obviously, what do you know, I get this random phone call, and this person's like, yo, fam, okay, it wasn't like this, you know what I'm saying, I'm just chatting, like, I'm just exaggerating, but it's like, yo, I just lost feelings, I don't know why, that's it, bang, cut me off completely. And at this point in my life, I'm thinking, shit, so this is 6 months, well, 4 months after my transformation, 4 months down the transformation. At this point, I'm in college, right, like, October period, I'm in college, a month into college, I'm just really, like, getting used to this like, sort of, you know, lifestyle of having to study again. At this point, I've sort of gained 5 kgs back, so I'm around like 74, 75 kgs, losing my, pretty much at this point I lost my abs, right? And I'm feeling a bit, shit, I'm going off my diet a bit, I'm eating Snickers every day, I'm just losing the plot, like fully lost the plot at this point. And then on top of that, this person leaving like that, cutting me off for no reason whatsoever. For me, even to this day, no idea why this person left after all the things we did. And then that point right there, you know, this was around October, December, I fully lost the plot. Like, I had no meaning of myself as a person. Why was I making these videos? Like, what was the point of me doing everything I did for this person? I started questioning myself, if anything. Obviously, I was really hurt as well. I was like completely like, you know, going through these thoughts of like, shit, man. Where's the nearest bottle I can find? Let me just down myself and all of this. No, these are the thoughts I was going through. But I said to myself, no, wait. Let me talk to people. Let me let it out. Let me just try and get some understanding of what could have possibly happened. Did I do something wrong? I don't even know to this day. Fuck knows. But one thing I made sure I did is to improve myself from that point and to go back to where I was when I was actually progressing in terms of working out and fitness. So this around December period, it's October, November, December. This is the period where I've switched off YouTube completely, switched off gaming completely, fully focusing on college, and also searching up, like in terms of YouTube, I was searching up so much stuff about self-improvement and you know, pretty much trying to figure out myself, like, well, how did I get myself into that situation? Is there something wrong with me? Like, so like, I sort of figured it out, and even to this day, like as I'm talking to you right now in this present moment, I'm working on it. You know, it's like a work in progress. But I tell you what, my mindset right now is so much more content than it was a few months ago. That period was insane. Like that, no one should ever go through that. I'm telling this right now. Even to this day, is like, it's quite, like I'm scarred in a way. I'm emotionally scarred. Like to me, I'm questioning the meaning of love, like that deep, you know what I'm saying? But because obviously I was so in love with this person, and like it just went like that. I was like, fuck man, like shit. Right, so what has changed since? How was I able to prevent myself from going to potentially be an alcoholic and fully fuck my life up, to going back on track with, or staying on track with my college course, doing well in terms of my attendance and my work, getting majority distinctions and getting off from berms, all of this? How was I able to, you know, lose myself from that point? Because no one, like I said, no one should ever go through what I went through, and to this day not having closure. But to me now, at this point, it ain't even that deep. I'm glad this person left, because why would I want to be with this person if they could just do that if they can do that to anyone? Then realistically, when I got into the relationship, it was just a month of talking to this person. So if they're that easy to get, then they could be easy for someone else. And that's just the way I said to myself, you know what, fuck it, just take it on the shoulder and move on. But obviously it was hard to move on for the first month or so. But the realization came when I personally wanted to improve myself and what I could do. And the major thing that changed for me is changing my habits, and something that I thought was normal day-to-day basis in terms of what I was doing when it was actually not, and how it was affecting my brain. And one of which was dopamine, my reward system, the neurotransmitter for the brain, right? It's actually weird. Like the moment the breakup happened and all of that, I was like talking to people, and this random person, I was coming back from Kent to from some uni, like this birthday, for one of my boys' birthday, and I was coming back with this person, and this guy asked me, and as I was talking to him about the situation, he said he went through something similar, and he was like, do you watch porn? I was like, wait, what kind of question is that when I'm talking about a breakup situation, when I'm fully fucked in the head right now? He's like, he asked me straight up, he's like, how often do you watch porn? How often do you masturbate? How often do you this, that? I was like, okay, I thought about it. I was like, fair enough. I used to do it quite frequently, you know, like pretty much like three times a week on average, 3 to 4 times a week on average, right? And throughout that period, obviously, when I was doing it, I'd used to watch porn, and this was for several years, right? And I thought about it, and then I started researching about this shit, and he was like, have you ever tried stopping completely for a while? And I was like, no, I've not really done that, because I thought it was normal, right? So I searched up on this thing called PMO, free, basically, like, no, it's called PMO, basically pornography, masturbation, orgasm, right? Where you stop completely for however long you want, and to test yourself, your willpower, your discipline, all of that. I've completely, personally, right now as we speak to you, I've permanently quit pornography. Obviously not masturbation, orgasm, but that I've currently stopped for about 152 days. I've set myself a target of 365 days for a whole year without doing it, and I've not relapsed since I started this. So I pretty much went cold turkey the moment, like a few days after the breakup, a few days after she just left me. I was like, you know what, wait a minute, let me just try this. So hopefully whatever the positives from this would work for me. And to be honest, it's not a placebo. It's obviously for each person it's different in the rate at which happens with the benefits, but it it does come eventually, depending on the situation, depending on who you are and how your body works. And so far it's crazy, because it's actually amazing. The feeling right now, what I've got is hella increased testosterone. I use that for my advantage in terms of gym. I'm able to lift much heavier than during my transformation period. I feel like a lot of the things I did during my transformation is so much easier now, but obviously that's like a progression thing. But I'm able to do so much more workouts than I used to, and I'm able to like focus on a lot of things and getting stuff organized, my work, and it's basically getting the balance right. The only thing I need to incorporate now is my YouTube stuff, and like to balance that with my gym life and my college stuff. But I'm so focused on myself right now and my self-improvement than anything else, because I felt like during the relationship my happiness came from that person and I was not content with myself. And from the way I'm speaking to you right now, since that point I'm like a completely different person. I must admit I was very immature during that phase as well. I pretty much devoted my life to that person. Everything I wanted to do to make sure it was for that person's happiness. If I saw that person happy, then it makes me happy. All of that, it was all wet. It was all fucking wet. You know, it's like shit would not just dry up. It was just complete fucking wet. I was able to acknowledge my part to what I could, to what would make sense as to why this person would have left. But obviously, there's no point dwelling on it anymore. There's no point in wasting time on that shit. It is what it is. It was a hell of an experience. Like I said, no one should ever go through that, but I did. But hey, I learned from it, and my motivation for gym and myself, a lot of that comes through that experience. A lot of it comes through my past, my laziness, my, you know, spending my time gaming for hours, and my health. All of that is part of my self-motivation, and my commitment to what my routine right now. I've also gone religious. Like I pray on Tuesday. I go to temple every Tuesdays. I'm vegetarian on Tuesdays and Fridays, and this sort of disciplines myself in a sense of self-control of my voices in my head. I get to control that. Like, there's so much involved. Like, there's so much I'm doing right now that's actually really helped me go in the right direction. Like this lifestyle and this routine that I'm currently going through. Like, you guys will see me on my Snapchat, pretty much trying to influence and to make people see that there's another life to than just drinking alcohol and smoking weed and, you know, partying and going crazy and fucking yourself up. There's also other ways to have fun and stay disciplined and live life as well. And like, because this is all coming from experience. Like, I lived the other lifestyle that I'm now going against and living another life. I've gone through these experiences that everyone else is going through, and you know, for those that are content, that's great. You could do all of that as well and stay happy. I'm not saying that, but personally for me, having a strict routine and discipline is important. That keeps me going every single day and keep me on track. You know, like right now my emotions are very easily controlled. I can control that mindset. So yeah, I've set myself this challenge. It's PMO challenge, PMO free challenge, if that makes sense. Check out the website if you want. It's actually a really good place for recovery. Personally, I wasn't an addict or anything. Like, I would watch like once every night, or an average basically, but it's that holding that guilt of like doing it. And I'll make another video about it, specifically about that, this challenge, or like this, it's not even a challenge, it's like a lifestyle sort of change. It's interesting. I mean, a lot of people, like from what I've noticed, like the people I've been talking to about, like a lot of people lack the willpower to do it, and people always ask me, how the fuck do I do it without relapsing at all? Just from going, I just went cold turkey straight. I was like, fuck this. I've got huge stubborn ego. Obviously, you know, you guys, most of you guys know me in that sense, where if someone tells me to do something, or to say, oh, I bet you can't do it, I would be determined to do it regardless of the urges that I've had. I'm still able to control that with my mind. And that's the biggest challenge, the biggest point of this challenge, is to control the urges with your mind. And that's where it's mind over matter comes into play. So, you know, it's been what, right now as I'm speaking to you, it's been 153 days without watching pornography, masturbating and having an orgasm is fucking is insane, because you know, I know how it feels like have sex, and I know how it feels to do all of that, but to be able to control it and to not think that my mindset then was completely wrong compared to now is how I would define being content. And regardless of my situation with my income right now with YouTube and how life's going right now, it's incredible, because obviously, as you know, money doesn't bring happiness. It's about you being happy without it. I think, wait, what? So yeah, man, so much has changed since then. Personally, myself, I'm not sure where this channel was heading in terms of its direction, in terms of gaming. Personally, I've been on and off with gaming because I've been primarily focusing on my health, my fitness, gymming. Oh yeah, also another thing, since 2016 January, like 2nd of January, I've had a broken wrist. I've had a broken scaphoid, like a fractured scaphoid since then, and I've been going through that pain ever since for about 1 year and 3-4 months now. So yeah, that's awkward. Like, I've been gymming and all of that with that pain there. It's getting worse. It's been getting worse since then. This fracture came through a football injury. I was goalkeeping and thought I was amazing, and someone long shotted it, and this power shot sort of swerved, and I had my posture like this, and it went backwards completely, and completely screwed up the scaphoid. So yeah, at the time I went A&E a couple days after the incident, and they saw nothing, and then said it was just a hyperextension with the muscle. And then I was like, okay, calm. They gave me like an artificial cast they can take off and on. I wore that for a little bit, and then I just took it off thinking, okay, calm, the pain is actually reducing, so I just might as well go back to my gymming again, because what do you know, it just got worse from there. But then it was minimal pain, but then it got gradually worse as I was doing more and more different types of workout that involved the wrists. And then even to this day, it's just like just weird pain depending on the angle or depending on what workout I do. So it's always there, and I can't even do a proper push-up with the proper appropriate form. So I have to use my fists to prevent the pain. Even with the fists, if it's an awkward angle, I can't do it. So with that being said, I'm still managing to go to the gym every day and to be able to bear with that pain. But that's calm. You know, you gotta have some pain in life if you actually wanna not take shit for granted. Got a surgery coming up in summer for my wrists. Hopefully that will heal really quickly, and during that recovery phase I probably would have to stick to cardio, which I'm doing every day anyway, for at least an hour, and I've been doing that for like the past 3 months straight now. So yeah, I did, like I said, I went back up to 75 kg after my transformation. Now I'm at 69 again, so back where I started, well, back where I was when I initially finished my transformation. So from this point onwards is where I'm really going to have to progress and not fall off again. And in terms of relationships, boy, don't get me started. I ain't gonna be in one for a long time. And there's always the advice that did not take at first. Start off as friends, and then take it slow. Don't do what I did, DMing someone and speaking to them for a month on the phone, and then end up meeting them 6 months later. You're freaking doing all sorts of things and rushing into it and talking about marriages and fucking all that shit. God damn it, man. Was I fucking stupid? Yes, I was. But that was one hell of an experience, because damn, you learn a lot in a relationship. You damn do. It's not how it is when you first picture it before. For those of you that haven't ever been in a relationship, believe me, it's good being single, man. I'm telling you, it's fucking sick, man. Work on yourself, alright, and then do what you gotta do, innit? Alright, try this little PMO challenge. See if you can improve yourself. Challenge yourself and set yourself targets. Do what you gotta do. I'm content as fuck. I don't give a fuck. Look at my beard. It tells you everything. There's so many thoughts that I've clogged up in that beard. If I get rid of it now, you see all the scars. There's a reason for everything. There is a reason for everything. You can't just lose feelings without a reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chatting shit. Doing one hell of a freaking roller coaster in life, I'm telling you. But a couple months left of college, and then I'm preparing for university. And yeah, hopefully I can hold this 100% attendance. I'm pretty confident I will be able to do that. And yeah, hopefully you guys are all Gucci, man. It's been a while, and I remember everything. I remember everything from the past. Like, we've done so much together. You know, we've gone through a lot. You know, we've gone through a lot. You know, maybe it would have been best to stay in that way, but change is always good, and experiencing new things is always good as well. It's important. Otherwise, you're stuck in that same mentality, and who knows, something will hit you hard, and you won't be able to handle it. You gotta be able to handle these experiences, man. And test yourself, bro. Testosterone is fucking mad right now, Jesus.